Spanish 101 course. We use the Soliviento text. A lot of you are familiar with that curriculum. It's very multimedia, communicative approach. Van Patten's the author, you know, Destinos and Sarias Gay, same guy. So we use the digital textbook and the workbook, everything, no paper at all. We used a lot of Google Apps. In particular, I used Google Docs, Forms, and the Google Reader. I'll explain a little bit what I did with each of those. And then some iPad apps. For the very beginning, we started out with a dictionary, an audio recorder, and Keynote. Again, I'd only had the iPad in my hand for about 2 weeks when the class started, so we added a few more as we went along. It was a small class, thankfully, because the university would not have given me 25 iPads, so we had 5 students who were pre-registered and completed the pre-course survey. 4 students actually showed up the first day, and 1 dropped. 25% dropout rate, I know. And it was only for financial reasons. He loved the course, he loved the iPad. It took us a while to get the iPad back from him. And we assessed the pilot via pre and post surveys using Google Forms. And we conducted a midterm interview when I left the class, and our INTS staff came in and did some oral interviews with the students one-on-one, and then the course evaluations at the end. And we don't have time for me to share all of those results, but they're all on our Google sites. Every single survey question and answer is up there, so you can take a look at it. So the process for the Spanish 101 at PLU, the students were given iPads the first day of class for the use the entire term. They could take it home, do whatever they wanted to them. It was the first generation iPad. It's amazing to think that it's only been a year, but it seems like so long ago. It was the wireless, that'll be important to know, and it was the 16 gigabytes, so kind of the cheapest model, basically. Students didn't know that they were enrolled in an iPad class. They showed up the first day, and we said, here you go, here's your iPad, and of course they were ecstatic. We, of course, then gave them a waiver form. Before we gave them the iPad, we made them sign a waiver form. And I thought this would be interesting in terms of process. We used a university iTunes account, so all of the iPads were linked to one iTunes account, which was great. I bought a $20 iTunes card and just bought a few 99-cent apps and got to put them on all of the iPads. So that's the way we chose to do it. That has consequences, both positive and negative, of course. Here's the sample student waiver form. It's very basic, very generic. We just said, you know, we tried to scare them into being responsible with their iPads. But in the end, we knew behind the scenes that we would not make them pay for it if they lost it, since it was a pilot project and they didn't sign up for the course knowing that they had to use an iPad.